I'm not sure I'll ever understand how to smooth sail myself into someone else's memory, or how to be the hope that floats in the sea of shallow-watered regrets. I don't know if I could ever forget how acid could trick flowers into reaching for rain, or come to terms with pain's dead-on aim in taming the power of wanderlust hearts. And I have no idea how to start new construction with all these old broken parts. You see, the home of our unknown is a pitch-black cavern overflowing with curiosity. And at some point, we all roam around in there. Whether we like to admit it or not, the darkness parents the catharsis necessary to cleanse us, to leave us so clean we gleam our way back to the bare-knuckled smack of consciousness. We carry the injections of its lessons in our bloodstreams for the sole purpose of redeeming self-awareness. For me, it was in seeing how careless I can be, how I ride the waves of riptide traps daring the sea to suck me under, how I wrap my pride in the thunder I hide inside my mind when being stubborn means having a reason to stand, or how I change the brand of my deodorant every time I fall in love, so I'm completely certain that if nothing else, I can always count on that safety net scent to bring me back to that moment. Because this life can be as hard as a 13-year-old boy playing tonsil hockey for the very first time. But the memories will always be worth the mistakes we made living it. And I'm finally giving it everything I have, hoping that one day I'll flatten my fears enough to release my cart from this cage. Because I've learned that on this stage of existence, the finer points of sanity rest in the vanity of every moment we let slip by. So now, I'm wearing a watch on each wrist, hoping to hold my own time, enlisting this life to rattle my bones as if my body were a broken vending machine that just gypped it out of its last dime. Because when they call loving who I love a crime, when they shove Bible verses down my throat, hoping I choke on the curse of being who I am, I throw back my hair, lift my gay arms in the air and pray. Because they don't know shit about my relationship with God anyway. Listen, the truth is I have as much say in my sexuality as I do my eye color. But not a single person on this planet has ever judged me with hazel hatred. So I'll go around charming my way into the pants of every ruby red-lipped right wing, just to show them what this queer thing's really all about. 'Cause yes, I'm that good. And it should be understood that these poems share the space on the tip of my tongue with passion, and I'd cash them both in if it meant bringing a little light to this world. I'd hurl every cent I've ever had into a wishing well if just maybe it helped these 6 billion sets of fishing eyes focus their gaze away from the haze of politically well-written lies. I'd fill my lungs with the filthiest air if it meant being capable of exhaling seeds so I could breathe something so brilliant it would force care into hearts that bleed judgment. Because I believe in who each of us is meant to be. Because I can see how downright incredible all of us already are. We distract ourselves with the tack of a one-eyed sniper who's never missed a shot. We so easily tie our thoughts into knots envied by Eagle Scouts. Knots sailors would look at and think, damn, that's so tight. Even if it's wrong, it's right enough to keep us above water. But I've lived enough to learn the value of faltering inhales. I've been nailed down by doubts enough to lace my veins with the worth in finally facing them. So close your eyes and trust me when I say, dive. Dive so deep, the air starts to suffocate without you. Go so far down that the ground panics to tell your weight for the last time. Rhyme it's the belief in all the moments you'll leave behind. Pretend you'll never again see the sky cry constellations into the night. That the stars are just wishes you've refined into specks of your own light. And if somehow you find your way to the surface, if somehow you make it out alive, I promise you'll be sucker punched so hard by purpose, you'll never again be nervous of what it means to die. You'll pry into this life with the eagerness of a graveyard shift cashier grabbing at sunlight. You'll fight your fears with a courage so deep-rooted, it'll bend confidence into the spines of broken beggars trying to spend December behind the warmth of metal bars. You'll turn all your scars into masterpiece marks, staining your skin with the raining memories that map out your life, and at the same time, Hold the awareness that even the sharpest knife couldn't cut deep enough to bring him back. So you gotta live for right now, this minute, this moment. Hold it in your hands and let it challenge the sun to compete with your life. Wrap your arms so tightly around it that it just might burst. Trust me, it's worth the mess. Undress your doubts. Allow them to crawl towards your desires with a hunger that inspires the growling stomachs of youth to grow into the fire that stovetop cooks away their reason. Believe in this. It's who you are. It's the only you you'll ever be. And it's true what they say about the days speeding up with age. It's true that our rage will never stop trying to swallow us whole. But know this, the hardest thing we can do in this world is live in it, which in turn makes us capable of conquering anything, which in turn means you and I, we're invincible. And if the principal purpose of existence is in shining that truth, live knowing they'll find proof in the lightning bolt electric glory that strikes every wrinkled word of the story you leave behind.